Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, Handy Andy on Demand, and welcome back to a project run through over in Chimney Springs. I used to live here years ago in Marietta, and this is a home that has LP siding all over. When it was built back in the 80s, Arvita did this neighborhood many years ago, and if you look at the siding, you get on the bottom edges of it. And so many people come out and told these homeowners they need new siding, but when you look at the bottom edges, see how nice and tight they are almost all the way through. It starts to get a little thick up top right in here a little bit, but because they've hand painted it, it stayed really well. When you get down at the bottom down here, you start to see where the damage is coming in through here, where it's peeling off. And so we'll come through and we'll replace on this side. We've got about 7 or 8 rows. You can see where it's scratched up right up in here. So from here down, you know, and a lot of contractors will come out and A, they'll tell you you got to replace all the siding, which isn't the case, and B, when they're replacing, they're telling you it's hardy plank siding and it's Nichi Hana, which you don't want on your house for the most part. And you can watch our videos to see why, especially in areas that are prone to a lot of water. And so what saved this homeowner is he's hand painted. Our trick is we'll come in and go to the next board above, like here, and we'll saw from below so we're not damaging the siding piece, and we can slip our new siding underneath it and then paint it to match. So they've kept up really well. They've got some trim and some different things that are going on in the house. Some of the gutters, like this gutter right here, we can bend it back out. So they've got 5-inch gutters. It'd be nice to have 6-inch here, but you really don't need it. So we can bend where they hit a limb right here. A lot of the roofing companies are coming out telling them they'll change all the gutters as part of the job. A lot of the guys do that because when they come out to do the roofs, they damage the gutters doing the roof, and that's why they'll toss in gutters. But we can salvage all of these for the most part. In this area right here, she's got the bottom 3 or 4 rows here, and then in this alcove, you can see it right here, the damage here. A little rot in this corner board right here. Little gap in this area right here that we'll seal up. And then up along this roof line up here, all of that siding along the roof will be replaced with hardy plank. It's all started to deteriorate. You can see here at the bottom edge right here. And then right here where the gutter itself is, there's no kick out flashing. And so kick-out flashing bridges the gap between the siding and the end of the gutter so that water doesn't get in there, and that's what's been going on down this line. And then, you know, even though they hand painted, the bottom boards just don't get the coverage that they need to, and so they've leaked. They've got a little bit of an issue with this gutter right here, and this is one that we should probably change to a 6-inch. This one right here above the entry, and then add a splash guard across the front here, because in heavy rain, it's just coming off this peak and just running right over onto the sidewalk area. When you get to the bay window, underneath here, we're replacing the same thing. I think it's 4 rows of siding right through here. But the rest of the siding, when you get up alongside of it, see how nice and tight it is? All the way up through there. And so that's good to see. They don't really have as much rot on here as they think. At some point, they want to redo this master bathroom. And we suggested taking this window and probably closing it up and putting a fixed panel in the center. But we could actually rebuild this bay. We could leave it as a bay, but close it in a little bit, give them a little more privacy with some glass block light or something like that, and then just make this a decorative area so that it wouldn't stand off. But the siding looks great on the house as you go around. The right side has a little more damage over here on the bottom edge. They had a tree company came in here and took out a tree and it knocked their siding, so they replaced a few pieces here, but that's Nichi siding, so we'd actually replace it with hardy. Contractors will always use the cheapest materials. And again, when you look at the bottom edges of their siding, looking up alongside the edges, it all looks great. So why replace it? But you can see down here at the bottom edges in this area where the water is splashed and again, you know, wrecked the siding. Not huge stuff. And we fix this stuff every day. We're more on the fix it as cheaply as we can, but do it right. So back here at the rear left corner of the house, you can see with these gutters here, the drains are all clogged. And you can see that when you look up at the gutters, you'll see the debris behind them and the debris coming over the top of them. Most companies that come out clean the gutters, they won't put a hose down those drains, those downspouts, and clear them fully. They'll come through. If you watch a lot of the landscapers that clean gutters, they'll walk the roof with a lawn vac and blow it out, but they're not really clearing the debris out of the gutters. And homeowners don't realize that. A little bit of rot back here. We got 3 or 4 rows of siding right here that we'd replace at the back. But the rest of the siding is nice and tight. And what we suggest to a lot of homeowners that have houses like this with LP or Masonite or Georgia Pacific siding, if you'll caulk and hand paint a side a year or two, you'll keep your siding for life. There's no reason to change this stuff out. Unfortunately, when you get into this business, everybody's a quick sale. Everybody wants to sell them new windows and new siding. I just met with a customer last week where we're doing some siding repairs for them this week. They got a quote for $36,000 for vinyl windows. And the reason they got that quote is the salesman thought they were idiots. So you can see the debris right here in this gutter coming over the top. So the gutters aren't clean. When you come around the back, and this is kind of what got them talking to us, they'd like to do away with this sliding French door right here. And we can do that. We can actually, this window over here, the Thermopane is blown in this one, so we can replace that. They originally talked about shrinking these up and maybe putting transom windows in there or something to that effect. But if they go to sell the house someday, even if we make these fixed panel doors, which is what we talked about doing, is changing the sliders here and taking these out and just putting 2 French door panels that are set in place and sealed with a new threshold underneath, just like it has a threshold here at this window that's rotted and the siding underneath it. You can actually see that this siding is masonite. I misspoke. It's not LP, it's masonite. You can see the cardboard underneath there. These sliders have both rotted out. Just like a lot of homeowners, people forget. They get caught up in life and they forget the basic maintenance on their houses. But we're one of the few companies, if they wanted to fix these sliders, we can fix them too. We're the only company I know of that'll fix a rotted sash, like what we have in this frame of the door down here. We can fix all that with wood. We've got 2 master carpenters on staff that's what we do. We save our customers money and it leaves money for other stuff. This is a HardiePlank addition on the sun porch over here that the homeowner himself did a number of years ago. A couple pieces got replaced, so this piece down here at the bottom is Hardie, as is the next board up. This whole sill right in here and the trim piece behind it, we'll repair and replace all of that. And then when you come around the back side, the sun porch is all good. When we get to the right rear corner of the house, a little bit more rot, not a lot, just a little bit. And this gutter got crushed, but again, we can replace this one or we can bend it back out, whichever they want to do. Upsize this to a 6-inch. They definitely need a new roof, and we've recommended a couple roofing companies to them that I would use on my house. We don't do new roofs anymore. We'll do repairs. We'll do slate, terracotta, tile. I'm a 4th generation contractor. I grew up on roofs. I've been on jobs since I was 4 or 5 years old, so I've got 40-some years out here doing this. This got hit with a tree as well and knocked the corner out of it. So again, we can replace it. And then someone came out here at some point for them. They were having some squirrels and rats getting up into the attic, and then over here they just put this nail-in flashing. It really doesn't serve the purpose because this house, even when the new roofers come, they're almost all of them are going to quote a ridge vent, which will be great. So they'll cut into the decking up there and they'll have a continuous ridge vent that goes across the roof, and that'll help circulate the hot air out of that attic, which, because they don't have enough circulation, that's what prematurely aged these shingles, and these were builder grade shingles anyway. And so what we do here, instead of reducing the airflow by nailing flashing in here, we take wire mesh and screen it all the way across. Those gutter meshes that you see, gutter toppers that are wire, that's the only use that we have for them, is right here. The squirrels hate them because they chew into it, cuts in their gums, they don't want any part of it. We've seen squirrels chew through the solid stuff. This right here will repair the rotted, the fascia is here and the soffit is underneath. We'll repair that as well. The thing with us with the replacement materials and repairs that we do, all of our trim pieces are back primed and sealed all the way around, so it won't rot again. If it does, we've got a lifetime warranty on a lot of the stuff that we do. This siding back here is rotted out as well. There's 3 rows back here. That again is the masonite siding. So been doing this for 25 years in Metro Atlanta. We do a little bit of everything. We always ask our customers to please just be patient with us. We run like crazy. It's me and my brother and about 30 guys. We're doing everything. Small handyman repairs, siding repairs, full house siding jobs, roof repairs, gutters, painting, tons of kitchen and bath remodels. So once you have a relationship with us, if you can be patient, we can do just about anything for you on your home. We've got 2 offices, one in Norcross and one in Marietta. You can reach me in the office at 770-912-2829, or you can catch me personally sometimes at 770-265-9017. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.